Thanks for checking out Nonjudgemetal. Be sure to check out the Facebook and Instagram. And be sure again to check out the Star City Punkcast, also on Facebook and Instagram. Welcome back to another Non-Judgmetal. James McGruff. We got Nick here, and Metal Wendy, and we're back for episode 25. Man, we got some fun stuff to talk about this week, man. It's the end of the year. It's the end of the year. It's the first half year for Non-Judgmetal. We are halfway to that. We're not going to have that argument. We had that argument in private about which episode was more important.
Right.
But what we will get into, album of the year, man. Album of the year. If you had to pick one, and I'm not talking about anybody else's list. I'm not talking about voting on. I'm not talking about the Grammys. None of that shit. What do you think the metal album of the year, 2017, has been for you?
Suffer. I'm sorry. I'm
it's gotta
still
be
on it. I'm still listening to it. This is 6 months after the fact, and I'm still just balls deep in it. Can't get enough of it. But as far as other lists and votes, I voted Rings of Saturn. I'll admit that. But it's a fucking solid album, for real. Like,
Rings of Saturn was like
Ultra.
Ula.
Yeah, I thought it was Ultra something.
So.
But yeah,
shit is fucking great.
They take you on a trip, for damn sure.
When you read it in the technical deathcore genre, you automatically go, huh? And then you see it and you list it and you go, yeah, that's a sensible label for it. So,
I don't know.
Yeah, I figured you'd definitely go with that Suffer, man, because that thing, I know that personally this year, that one hit you in all the right ways. We have brought it up over and over again. That is our love for Bandcamp, man. That shit really that speaks to us. Like, we have definitely found a lot of gems on there. We have another one of those coming up here in a few. Something somebody sent in. Oh, God. So if I had to pick an album this year, man, this is really hard on me. This has been really hard because at the beginning of the year, I was really so busy with work, man. And I was so much. I was taking that time at work, and I was drowning them out with podcasts, getting the day done. So I just wasn't pumping the metal like I usually was. And then I found Ailstorm right before No Grave But for the Sea come out. And I know that we've talked about the gimmick metal, the pirate metal and stuff. I don't know. I'm not going to say that one's my album of the year, but it's definitely an honorable mention because it's just so fucking fun. It's just fun to listen to. It's a blast, and it's heavy, and it's a good time.
Interesting.
But, oh, man.
Because that's almost like bringing Necrogoblicon or Goblin Cock or some shit like that.
I wish. I thought they were going to have a new one this year. But they didn't. They didn't. And I don't know, man. You know what I'm going to think, like, for my album of the year? You know what I find myself going back and listening to constantly that I didn't think so? I thought it was an honorable mention, but it really, like, I've been listening to it so much that I'm about ready to buy. I found a shirt by them that I fucking want so bad, and I'm going to buy it because it's driving me insane.
Tooth Grinder.
No.
Okay.
That fucking Die Artist Murder, dude. That Dear Desolation. I'm not even bullshitting. That fucking record is... I love that shit start to finish, man. Start to finish.
Like, I skip over Slaves Beyond Death now. I'm not lying. Like,
I've heard it. I've just heard it so much. Yeah, it comes on the satellite radio
right.
constantly.
But other than that, everything else in there is good. I think Into Chaos, We Climb. I think that was probably my favorite track off of it after listening to it. Because Puppet Master, obviously, I think is the heaviest. That's the heaviest song on the album.
Oh my god, dude! That Puppet Master is that is the inspiration. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. I was gonna get it and show you. My other pick on there was gonna be Fire in the Sky. Angry actually was the first day it come out was telling me about that one, and I went to it like before. I didn't listen to it continue. I went to that one and checked it out first, and really dug that song. But that shirt I'm getting, man, it's a fucking Puppet Master shirt. It's got the fucking hand on it, holding the strings, and it's the Think for Your Fucking Self over the logo, and it's long sleeve, and the whole arm is just one side terror forever.
I'm saying, don't try to lecture him.
I gotta get it. You can't.
You can't.
Don't say a prayer for me. Don't fucking stare at me.
We might need to tell Angry, though. Does Angry know about the new Avatar song that's out?
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up, man. That is one of my picks for our sample metal of the week, man. So go ahead and let's get that one going. Avatar from the Avatar Country album coming out in January. This song is The King Wants You. This apparently... got to check it out on Octane. yeah, I got to check this out on Octane, and I really dug it at first, but I will say it's got more of a rock vibe.
Oh yeah, you're definitely lending credence to the Nickelback is metal argument.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to eat that one. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's got a good groove to it, and I love that lead, man. And everything else they've done is so metal. And the fact is, with this being a single, I realized that, like, they like to write a lot of conceptual stuff that tells a story.
Right.
So there's a good possibility this song's segueing into something else. Like, we're going to have to wait till the album ends to find out.
I can almost see this being played on, like, a local radio station of some sort. Like, it almost has that type of...
Fuck you. I hear you saying it. No, I'm not going to hear
it. Almost has that old school rock feel. I don't know.
That old, the whole Nickelback deal.
The king was you.
The king wants you.
He wants you.
He wants you. The king wants you.
If they're for the military and shit, we're gonna have problems. But I don't think they are. Are they from Australia?
No, I don't know exactly where they're from, but they are not American. I think they're like Swedish.
Not bad.
From Finland, one of them places.
I don't know, man.
I dig it. Look, I'm gonna be honest though. Also, before we kick into that next one, because we got an upcoming
new and upcoming artist, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Morgan Wick.
Man, this guy sent it in. So before we get into that though, I wanted to stop real quick. Album of the year, we got ours in. The Artist Murder and The Sufferer, 2 big records for us, but Metal Wendy, what are you going for?
Oh.
On the spot.
False Idol by Veil Maya. That was I've really been grooving it. I've been repeating a lot of the songs on the album. 2, 3, and 4 in specific. Fracture, Double Speak, and my favorite so far, Overthrow.
Right.
I've been putting Overthrow on repeat a lot.
I
dig it.
I like Overthrow. I like Whistleblower too.
Yeah.
And the last song on the album, I can't remember. I think it's Livestream. I think is the name. Those are decent tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like all 3 of them. Pretty good. Have you dug that when you dug into that Veil Maya?
It's their 6th album.
Man, Ocean's 8 Alaska though. Like, as much as I wanted to fuck with Veil Maya, as soon as I seen that album was up,
yeah,
I also saw recommended on the side something from either Rings of Saturn or Ocean's 8 Alaska, and ever since then, like, I just kind of overlooked them and stuff. Like, don't they have a high pitched lead singer during certain parts, or is it all just growl and screech?
Veil?
Yeah.
He does clean vocals. I think this guy's only been on 2 records. I'm not like the world's biggest fan, so I don't know all their names and stuff.
Right.
He's got a wicked fucking scream though, man. Some of those deeps and those highs he hits are pretty solid, but his clean voice is good, and it's not overused. It's generally, you know, like on some choruses and shit like that. Like, there's not a lot of like deep melodies to it, but I don't know, man. I like it a lot. It's got that genty sound to it on top of it. Like, I don't know. I dig it. That album is a lot better than I thought it was, but I never really checked them out when they first came around. But then these last 2 I popped in, and so far I've really enjoyed it. I went back and listened to the other ones, and just like I did with After the Burial, I dug that shit too.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Thanks.
That's a good one.
So we've got False Idol by Veil.
Yeah.
And yours was?
Dear Desolation by Artist Murder, man.
Okay.
Got to do it.
Nobody knows, but I wish they did.
I kept thinking you were going to say The Contortionist.
I love The Contortionist, man.
I don't know why I kept thinking
oh my god.
I thought Tooth Grinder.
Really, you know, no. Well, see, Tooth Grinder's not my favorite album this year, man. But that I never heard them, and seeing them live, and like realizing I was like, oh shit, I've heard this song on the radio once or twice, and I was like, that's pretty good. And then I really got sucked into their show, and then I picked up Phantom of More when it come out.
Right.
And it's a great fucking record. I mean, it's not gonna say it's my favorite album this year, but for sure, it's like, you know, I'm ready to see them again at Rebellion. along with Avatar, who we just checked out,
Right.
and you know, I mean, it's gonna be a good time, man. I think they're a fucking great band, and they're one to keep a lookout for, man. I like that melody they put out, but I really like the groove and like that deep bass, man. That fucking, what did the Reverend call it? That chunk in your nuts. Like, it's got that too, man. When that shit
Tectonic.
Tong, tong, tong.
Yeah.
There's a tectonic
The
plate.
tectonic plates
Just making a fault.
yeah, because it's got that, the way that Shadow song kicks in with
That's
the
Right.
awesome.
oh man, fucking solid stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go Tooth Grinder, but yeah, you're right. Yours was Sufferer, and it's something that anyone listening, you got to check out.
They put names on all of them. If you check it out on Spotify, all 10 of those chapters have names.
See, I still got the original record with the chapter 1 through
chapter
10, and
1
I'm gonna
through
keep
10.
that because I
Right.
like that, man. I think it's better that way, where it doesn't tell you like you.
Right.
That whole record was neat because you know you had to leave part of it kind of up to your imagination.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it did, and it worked. It worked wonders, I'm telling you. That's a great fucking album.
It really is. Like, it's a record that like you really hope gets more recommendation than it does.
Right. Get my lights
Do
on.
I have it?
You
Is it
might.
me? It's me.
It is.
It's me. It's
Calling
bad. I'm bad
you
about
out.
that with the
Calling you out.
cigarettes,
Thanks for-
Ricky.
Thanks for keeping it warm.
Cigarettes.
Somebody, do you know anything about Sanctuary, the band? The front man from Sanctuary. You know,
Yeah, and Nevermore, man. Oh, dude, I was actually that's exactly what I was about to think about bringing up, but I was
I don't know anything about either one of those bands.
Dane.
Nevermore.
I've
Dane.
definitely
Yeah.
heard them before.
Yeah, he passed away
I
from a
think
heart
they-
attack.
Fuck.
56.
I'm pretty sure I've heard them pop up on my Pandora or the satellite radio.
Well, actually, here, you know what? Check out put on a Nevermore song or Sanctuary song. Like, let's just let's pick a random one.
Yeah.
Check that out, man.
I'd like to refresh.
Like, if you've never heard it, like, I've listened to Nevermore. Never really been super into Sanctuary, but I dig some Nevermore, so decent.
I always just judge that by like what was the highest selling single on the album as far as like iTunes when I went on there.
Yeah, but see,
And if I
people
check
buy
it.
metal. I think
True,
people
they buy it
metal.
differently. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're right. Sometimes.
So what would you think is the highest influence? Where would a metalhead go to get their suggestions in if not there? What's the channel there?
Nonjudgemetal.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Nonjudgmetal motherfucking show.
Touche.
I mean, what do you do?
There's other ones.
You know what? You know, they said the song "Born" is a great opener, so let's check that. Let's just go straight off of it. Open it up. It's the opening track. So, to give you a taste of Werrell Dane, who passed away this week, man, checking out "Born" by Nevermore.
It's fucking metal.
It's metal. Yeah, dude, they're metal as shit. It's old school shit. But man, as you can see, dude's got some great melody, and it's always sad to hear when you hear like one of these like guys that have been a metal lifer, been around a long time, and so, thoughts go out to the family.
Without a doubt.
And the fans.
The band.
Yeah, of course. Well, that was just a brief sample of it, man, just to check it out and honor it, because a lot of people, man, they might not know.
Definitely. I did not know. I was going to bring it up to you and see if you could tell me something about them. And you just did that.
Yeah.
That's Nonjudgemetal.
Yeah, right on, right on. So, speaking of non-judgmental, trying to be a little more non-judgmental and checking out, what is this? Was this sent to us? This was sent to us.
This was sent to us. It was on our post on
All
the
right.
page. This is the Ascent by Morgan Wick. I think this could just be one person doing all the ports to all of it.
Does it say anything on his page here? It's a
Not that I think.
really nice looking page here. He's got a Bandcamp, so you guys want to check that out, type it in. It's Morgan Wick.
I don't know if you want to check.
You guys know we love Bandcamp. Oh, look, yeah, they're right there. Look. Guitars, drumming, bass, and programming.
Yeah, that's all this dude. So
Yeah.
check this out.
So,
See what's
all
all
right,
about.
yeah.
Nice jazz kind of appeal to it.
I'm already into it, like, just the way it started. Yep, I'm already digging that shit.
Pretty wild.
Damn it.
Wicked fingers have it. I'd like to watch him live.
That's the only bad thing about a one-man band.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see him doing just, maybe if he did like a guitar song on a YouTube video.
He might be worth checking out on YouTube. I'm sure he's probably got a thing.
Oh, that's tasty.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh. It's already happened. I dig it, dude. Oh man, I dig it, dude. I dig the shit out of it.
It's some hair circle shit right there for me. The cymbals that makes me want to, throw my hair in a circle. I love it.
Animals. Leadery.
I'm not gonna I don't want to compare it to anything. Like
Sorry.
I really no. I mean I get it. Like I mean, and you're more than welcome to. Like that's obviously a very big compliment. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I don't want to compare it to anything. I really like it though. I like how it's plenty heavy, but it's chilled the fuck out, man. So is The Ascent the name of the album? Is the song Gravity Well right there? Yeah, The Ascent's the name of the record. Alright, I got this. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna highly recommend that, dude. I'm gonna try to tag that, share that to the page. Yeah, that's Morgan Wick. He's got a record called The Ascent, just come out. It is excellent.
I like the artwork too.
Yeah, I'm saying like he's got a record here called The Ascent. We just listened to that was Gravity Well.
Gravity Well.
It's excellent, man. He's got the sheet music and the tabs here for you to check out if you want to. It's 6 tracks. 6 tracks up there. I see it. Right. Yeah. Looks. Oh man, it's awesome.
And the last track is 15 minutes.
Yeah, always a prog metal dream. If you go up to the top there for me one more time before we go. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna highly recommend that and put on a thing, man. Good job, Mr. Wick. Kudos to you, dude. And that is a wicked beard.
Not a doubt.
Yeah.
Seattle.
Man.
Yeah, Seattle. That's some metal shit. 2 horns up.
Nice site too.
Yeah, well, it's a Bandcamp, man, and like it's really well put up and well thought out, man. So definitely, man.
The layout of it and everything, it just looks tight.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. There is not a bad thing I can say about that. Like I
don't have one suggestion.
Absolutely non-judgmental on that one, 100%. Or I'm being very judgmental in a very positive way. Either way.
Obviously, I like vocals on it. Call Me Crazy and shit. Like that sounded really good.
Oh yeah, I'd love to hear what he can do with the vocals.
Right.
That'd be excellent. But yeah, I mean, without man, if he continues to put out quality like that,
definitely. Who needs vocals?
Animals as leaders that need it, man. They're tearing it up. I think they've released a lot of great stuff, and seeing them live was excellent, man. Like this dude's got He's got some chops to him, man. So.
And this is one person, like
by
Tobin has
himself,
another person.
man.
That's what I'm saying. Tobin has another person on the guitar and a drummer back there and shit. And this dude's doing all of it. So.
Yeah.
Strong.
I mean, that's highly impressive.
New one upcoming. Morgan Wick. Watch out.
Yeah, check him out. Check him out. Give him $8.
Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah, he read a little bit about this.
Lead singer. I'm saying if he apologized for being a dick, should that be enough? Because he kicked somebody's fucking camera from some place that he was at. It was a photographer.
Yeah, I read a little bit about it.
But like the next day, he got online and fucking like I think he actually shared like a video of him saying sorry and how he was being a dick and shit. So I don't know. I think that should be enough to write it off as like, yeah, I was drunk, fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know exactly how to feel about, like, things like that because, like, I don't know, was there footage of it? Did you see the footage?
Yeah.
Did it look like he intentionally did it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, he should have apologized. Did he apologize?
He did, yeah. He apologized directly
Is
afterwards.
he still getting a lot of flack for it, though?
I'm saying obviously because,
like
you said, the snowflake thing, if you feed into it, I'm telling you, they will melt.
I think the quality of your apology has a lot to do with it, too.
I mean, he did it face to face. He didn't just tweet an apology. Like, he did it face to face with the camera and shit. And it's like, look, I don't know who you are, but at the same time, like I know I acted like a dick last night. I'm sorry for kicking you in the face or kicking your camera. I was just on, like, I can't remember exactly what he blamed it on, but I'm pretty sure he just said he was fucked up.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
That's good. Well, even if it was a video, though, it's still, to me, that I've got to look at the video and see his quality of sincerity, like you know what I mean? And then after the video, is he just going to go right back into hiding, like, oh, I did my job, you know, I'm wiping my hands clean of it, I'm done now, or does he sincerely look to move forward in a more positive way with the situation?
Did he kick her in the camera? Or did he kick her in the face?
He kicked the camera that was in the camera
and
was in her face, and it fucking knocked back and hit her face.
Fuck her up real bad?
I think there's no injuries and shit. Of course, she got online and tweeted about it and shit. Obviously, rightfully so. I'm not saying she shouldn't have.
No, of course.
Right, but nonetheless.
I'm just trying to find all the deets because, like, I don't know, man. I'm a contextual person. Like, I just can't look at it and go, oh.
It's not black and white.
You know? Yeah, things rarely are. Like, they rarely are just, like, you know, in a comfortable yes or no. I'm sure that.
But we're so goddamn predictable as human beings, though, for the most part. So as much as, like, it could have been just a random possibility, I don't know. It just seems like maybe she was saying something during the show. I'm not saying that would regulate him and make it so that he could get away with kicking her. But, like the people that were shouting at Phil from the band that shall not be named and shit, like some of the shit they were saying to him, I think they were looking to get into a fight after the show and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But that's a whole nother issue. That's a somewhat sick issue.
I don't know. I'm looking at this thing here. And this story, and it just makes me want to, like, either get mad or feel like that maybe, like, you know, God, I don't know, man. You know what it does to me? It gives me a visceral feeling of, like, just ugh, because, like, and it's not like I feel like this woman did anything wrong. And obviously he did if he intentionally kicked someone in the face, because, I mean, we're raised, you know, fucking as children, don't hit other people just for doing your things. And, I don't know. It irritates me because, like, now you can't do anything in the world without everyone getting involved. Everyone gets involved. Everyone's opinionated.
That's a gift and a curse. Like, we need that for net neutrality to be overturned sometime soon. Like, we need 86% of America to still say,
I get what you're saying, yeah, and I agree with you. Like, there, you know, with the power to make our voices heard louder, they can be heard stronger. I get that, and I agree with it. But I mean, at the same time, like, I don't know if I trust people to band together so much at times, because I mean, look at it, look at that. That's
all we got. This is literally all we got is each other, basically. Because I don't know. Maybe I'm judgmental against people. No, I am.
Are you?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think there is class inequality and shit, but a lot of people don't think so. Nonetheless, fucking off topic. Metal. Damn it.
You just get,
Fucking Joe Rogan and fucking Alex.
You shouldn't have.
Fucking Jones, I shouldn't have.
You shouldn't
I
have.
can't help it. That 9/11.
Was that the new one?
No, I just.
Oh, you just went and watched the older ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I did
Okay.
watch all the new ones. He
So.
did one with CPay.
Well, speaking of new ones, before we wrap up here, when was this posted? Let's see. Go down here because I think it's very recent. Yeah, December 7th. So about a week ago. Machine Head come out with a new track, Catharsis, off of the new album coming up, Catharsis. So I checked it out very briefly, but I didn't get to really jam it because I was at work, unfortunately. So this is like my first time hearing it, like,
let's do that
in a good way. So see what they're bringing to the table, because I'm hearing 50-50 split on this song. Some people love it, some people don't like it much at all.
It better be something. You can't do 15 seconds of this with nothing.
We're just gonna have to be patient here. It's a song with a build-up. You don't like a good intro to a song like this?
I said it better turn into something.
You know it's gonna.
I don't have faith like that anymore.
You should. You might find getting excited gives you something to have joy in.
Like a lap dance to build up to the action.
Yep. Here it goes. All right. Get some speed on it. I've always liked Rob Flint's melody. I really like this riff here, but I do not like this video.
Video's off-putting.
Yeah, the video's off-putting. I like the song, I'm not going to lie to you. I think that would have been a lot better without the video.
Definitely, but the riff was
liked the
solid.
End better than the beginning.
I really like the melody, but I really like... I'm a Machine Head fan, I'm not going to lie.
Right.
I like it a lot.
They were really good live.
I don't know if this one is... I don't know if, like, see, this, as much as I want to enjoy that, like, every time I think of them, I just think of that Blackening and The More Things Change. Like, those two fucking records are so goddamn good. And like, I like this, but, like, I won't say it's as strong as that stuff. And what I will say, this feels very radio singly. So, we'll see where it goes with it. Albums due out next month. I mean, fucking, you never know, man. Could have a gem. Yeah, it kind of single, like a single, It just feels like it's kind of, it has that more melody to it, right. That kind of stuff there, but still, like, the heavy and the breakdowns.
Kind of felt like Diecast almost. But yeah. I'm fucking referencing Diecast to pretty much everything nowadays. Fucking love Diecast.
Well, they were one of those first bands that really, like, came to us like that. We were just like, oh, what's this? Like, it's got the heavy, it's got the breakdowns, it's got the melody, so it was kind of that like, we were young, and it was angry music, we got into it. So one of the reasons as a teenager I liked that More Things Change so much. It was one of those albums kind of to me like, wow, what is this?
Yeah, when you said angry music, it just literally gave me a flashback of, like, when they came on stage, it was like they were excited to get to start playing, but it was almost like an anger of, like, let's get to it, like, I need it, like, because they rushed onto stage and immediately went to the instrument and just came into it. It was like 10 seconds from them walking onto stage to, like, cutting into it. They didn't, like, walk out, put on their instrument.
How you guys doing tonight?
They didn't get into it. They were literally just like, bah! And everybody just flipped.
You know how they do their live shows now? Like, typically they don't tour with a lot of bands or even have an opener. Like, I think they're coming to Baltimore. Maybe that might be the close place in February, but we're not going to catch that.
Right.
We got to go watch that other one. We got to get psyched about that shit. But I wish I could go see them because they do shows. They're called an evening with Machine Head, and it's literally them playing for like 2.5-3 hours.
That's what's up.
Like it's like a big fucking party.
Intermission halfway through.
Yeah, like kind of like that. Like they do like a big thing and like they play like every song that you can fucking imagine. Like
I do have to admit, I was a little judgmental at first when they first came out. I didn't expect them to have the energy that they did. But they were just they kept it.
They've been around since like '95.
Right. That's kind of why I was a little judgmental. I thought they were gonna kind of fizzle out halfway through, but they kept up.
They did fizzle out halfway through their career.
They did.
I didn't mean through the career. I meant through my show. Like I thought they were gonna. You know what I meant? Like I thought the last song that they played wasn't gonna be as pump you up as the first one. I figured they would want to just like.
I heard that fucking
off stage.
The last one I heard from them was the shitty one that y'all told me about.
Is there anybody out there?
Oh my gosh! I was like, this is the worst song ever. It's
that song sucks.
They tried to make it radio friendly and failed.
Yep,
like I don't even
agree.
understand how you can make a song poppy that's not good enough for radio, because radio, the standards aren't that high in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That fucking song seemed to come out of nowhere, and it was not very good. The album they put out before this one was that Bloodstone and Diamonds, man. That fucking record's good. Like people not a big fan of it, but people I've talked to.
Weird.
Anyway.
Putting Diamond in any type of title.
Check it out, dude. Check that out.
No, but at the same time, like
I'm glad
Diamond
they dipped
Eyes.
their toes in that song.
There's a good amount of political lyrics.
Body in it by
like
doing an album like that.
Yeah. It's like that thing we talked about, how we love metal. It covers all spectrum of life, and it literally does. Covers anything you can think of. Sexuality, politics, religion, whatever. Metal's got it covered for you.
Workplace violence.
Yeah, workplace violence. It does. I guarantee Cannibal Corpse has talked about slaughtering somebody at work somewhere. I mean, goddamn, think about it. That fucking Code of the Slasher is like about a work truck goes around slaughtering people. Workplace violence right there.
And the video to match.
And that's exactly what we're talking about here at Nonjudgemetal, is that metal just everything. It's a fucking umbrella that just covers all our emotion and our little feels. And you know what? It covers them. It harbors them. We all get along. Metalheads doing for the most part. We don't melt.
I don't know, man. When you took a shot at System of a Down the other week, I'm looking at you different.
What did I take a shot? How did I take a shot?
Well, you said straight up that like System of a Down, they might have had some decent ones on the first album. But
no, I thought the first album was terrific.
All of it together. I thought you said like the first 3 or 4 songs, like you can skip over those.
No, I love the opening track.
Right.
Like, I mean, I don't really listen to Sugar when I listen to that record.
Right, but the people that like System of a Down might have got a shot taken at them and shit. And it was just like, I thought the people that like System of a Down were like the people that liked Rage Against the Machine and shit. Like, they were on the same fucking frequency as me.
See, to me, people who like System of a Down were like the people that I grew up with who were like straight flat new metalers. Like, they came straight into it at the Korn, Biscuit, Deftones era, and they stayed in that era, and they didn't really,
Korn, Manson.
Yeah.
See, that's not fair though, because I wasn't on the Manson frequency.
I'm not saying you were. I'm not giving you the shit for it either. And I'm not saying, and I'm definitely not saying you're wrong for liking System of a Down.
Toxicity of that fucking album was great. Forest.
I like the second half of it better.
God damn. I'm just saying, like Mr. Jack.
Or no, was that?
No, the Toxicity was a really big gateway.
That's such a good Eating Seeds and Chop Suey. I still listen to Chop Suey when it comes on the radio.
I mean, like, man, I don't know.
Metal, like the beginning stages of metal.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. To me, that record, like, it felt like they had all the creativity for the first one. Like, it seems like these really creative and interesting and kind of, like, neat band with, like, a odd backstory. I mean, one of them's, like, a Charles Manson,
fanatic. He knows about the whole fucking thing. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't.
Well, I'm not shitting on it, but I'm just saying, like, every time you hear something about these guys, it's interesting.
Definitely.
Like they seem to be fascinating men. They're all Armenian. Like it's they got their own cool story about them. And they came out of nowhere with like that debut record. That fucking shit tore it up. On top of it being so good, not only that, like like, I mean, it was different. It was wicked creative, and these guys were out to make an impression.
Right.
And I feel they made such a big impression with like the hits off that record that by the time Toxicity came, like as creative as it is, I feel like more time was spent on production than it was on creativity. And I hear that in records, man. That was my same problem.
I hear McGruff
Are you saying it's a
this.
disadvantage?
Yeah, I in a way,
the
yeah.
more time it takes for the producers and the band to all agree on what the sound sounds like. You're saying
I'm not an
it's
expert
not.
on it either, and I'm not trying to say that like by no means I am, but for some reason to me, like all right, like I feel like.
But the added production value and Significant Other, you said, made it sound like, hey, producer, how do we put this next album out? Do you feel that same way about Toxicity?
Not to the same scale,
Okay.
but yeah, in a way. Like I don't feel like the production on Toxicity hurt it, because obviously that album's super popular. It's a lot of people's favorites. I'm not gonna poo on it, but I felt like when I heard it, like I just didn't hear that same raw aggression that I heard out of like War. And usually when it comes to bands, like they keep that for at least a couple albums, and then it starts to, as they get more. Their music actually starts to get more creative, but I felt like with System, it didn't do that in their career, dude. I felt like their last two records were just weak.
I'll give you that. They weren't the greatest, but like even BYOB, though, he brings up a good point that a producer wouldn't allow them to say if he knew what was good for him about how, like, why don't presidents actually fight the war? Why do they always send the poor and shit? Like I'm saying, they're not going to be able to say that on a massive produced like record label type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Why not? I mean, that's a selling line. That's a good marketable line.
But I think
put that on T-shirt, kids will buy.
They put it on Eminem records. Why can't they have that
Eminem.
one line?
No, man. But I'm saying, like, dude, they already know System of a Down albums are gonna sell, so they can say lines like that.
Definitely.
Like, that's not too offensive. That's not like too offensive of a line to put in a record. I don't think that is. I don't think that's something like. You know,
it's the powers that be, I guess. Like,
are you saying like the older bands are grandfathered into stuff? Like the
no,
older
like,
bands couldn't get away with shit like that?
No, like the first X song, they're trying to build a prison. They're trying to build a prison for you and me to live in, right?
For you and me to live in.
They wouldn't want to talk about that. Like if a record company would know what was good for them, they wouldn't. They would shelf that fucking album and shit because like, yo, the music's good and shit, but this is gonna create problems and shit for the military industrial.
I feel like
complex.
Maybe we live in that. We might live in that world, like in some way, man. But I don't think dude, like.
You don't think?
Dude, when I was a kid, when I went to see Cannibal Corpse at 17 years old, like I was one of the youngest people there, and now you go see them, and there's like 13, 14-year-old kids in the crowd with their mom and dads.
Right.
Like we live in a different world, and if that band can get up there and talk about eviscerating women and fucking them with knives. I just don't believe that, you know, that president win the war line.
Well, no,
I don't
understand
think so.
what Serge is saying. You can't understand a goddamn thing that Cannibal Corpse is saying, though.
You can't, but still, somebody's analyzing those lyrics
Right.
and rating them and slapping a label on them, and parents are still going to that, knowing damn well what it is. So I'm saying, like, I just find it, like, I'm not trying to say you're wrong, but I'm saying it, like, because we do live in a twisted fucking world
Right.
where you got to be paranoid about that
Definitely.
shit, because people will fuck you over. But I just think that in that specific example, I don't think anybody in politics was concerned about an Armenian band, like, you know, making weird pop music. Like, they don't have, I don't think they have the following to change minds, but obviously they put out good music with a good song with a cool message in it. But back to my point was, their last two albums were excellently produced. They just weren't great records in my opinion.
True.
And their first record was, and that's what I'm saying, like with the Limp Bizkit thing, like I said, with Significant Other, there are songs I like on there. I went back and had to, you know, suck a little crow shake on that because there were more songs on it that I liked that I thought I would. But I just felt like I said, man, it just felt like from that raw energy from the first record, and maybe that's a cliche opinion, but that's how I feel. Like I hear the second one and like
check out Toxicity then. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead and give that another listen because I'm telling you
is
right
that my
now,
homework
like,
first?
Dude, I don't know. We might need to bring back and re-encourage some homework and shit.
I think we do. I'm not gonna steal this album though.
No, I wouldn't suggest that. I brought up one fucking. That was the shit where I was like, all right, a producer would be like, yo, put this shit out.
What?
It's a pizza song, the fucking toppings and shit. Like I said,
all right, I'll check that out and Toxicity. What?
Nah,
let me think.
Let
me think about. I gotta give you some homework. Devin Townsend Project Deconstruction. The album. Deconstruction.
You can find that review on Judgmetal. Just saying. but nonetheless, I'll check it out.
I think you may change your mind.
Maybe. He did like the page and the page photo.
He did. We posted
Like
share
my
for
post.
where we went and saw Devin Townsend, and as a show and enjoyed ourselves, man. It was a fucking great thing, and we posted it on the show page. She posted on the show page, and fucking, you know, that beautiful bald fucking man he clicked like right on it. You know, at some point he fingered my page, and I love it. I love it.
He technically fingered both.
And then you know what he did the week after that? You know what he did the week after that, since he couldn't be on the show? I'm gonna tell us out. He shook hands and handed the Angry Gordon his guitar pick.
Nice.
What the fuck? Angry got a set list to take home.
Yep.
And he played Angry's favorite song.
And you get to touch him.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you hang out after the show and shit.
He did hang out after the show. It was
the second the show ended.
Why is he not on the show right now? Damn it, Christmas
Dude,
party.
because he's swinging it up in a fancy Christmas party.
Damn it.
I'm telling you, like, you guys think Angry, you know, he comes in here and he acts like a dick, you know, and he does what he wants to do, but you guys don't know him, dude. The guy's hanging around fancy parties. He's a fucking skilled craftsman and a hard worker. He's out there every day fucking building, like literally building the world we live in.
Angrily,
listening to metal. Fucking swabbing it up, drinking and booze, and he's having a good time. Like, he's the most interesting. Fucking just going to whatever shows he wants and shaking hands and hamming it up with the fucking celebs. Angry fucking Gordon. You want to be on the show today? Sorry, guys, I gotta fucking hang out with Devin Townsend and fucking I gotta do that. Like, you're like, come on, man.
Radio chat with your favorite band.
He did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean that's why I can't. I'm not saying this out of like. I'm not saying this in a fuck you way. I'm saying that if I'm jealous.
Definitely.
You know, I'm jealous of myself even. He had Avatar video phone call me. We listened to Avatar on a show earlier. Those guys have called me at work because of the Angry Gordon.
Good story.
That's a true story. No bullshit. God damn it.
Nonjudgmetal 25.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. All right, it's been Nonjudgmetal 25. Definitely check us out on Spreaker. Real big on those guys. Facebook, obviously, give us a click like if you'd like. We'd really appreciate that. What else, man? What we got? Twitter,
YouTube, Instagram.
Oh man, check us out on Castbox. Sign up. You know, give us a shot. We're on iTunes, everywhere you want to be. And next week, man, we'll be talking about what we're looking forward to in 2018.
Without a doubt.
See you next time.